Today is February 3rd. The rundown voice is starting to come back. It's pretty much back. It's going in and out. But I am full noodle now. Like full, soft, squiggly noodle. I have no energy. I have no power. My brain's not working at all. Everything hurts. I have a huge cut and bruise on my shin when I fell down. I tried to get on the stage with the party, and I just fell and was like rolling around on the ground. So I'm noodle. No, KFC. I'm noodle.
Playing your violin. We feel so bad for Dave. Had to go to the Super Bowl and party with the Super Bowl champions. I feel so bad.
Dan, he scraped his knee. He's got a cut on his knee, okay? Come on, have a heart.
He scraped his knee going bananas on the seat.
So I am a noodle, and it started. I missed my flight by 3 hours. That should tell you.
Hey, I was like, I'm pretty sure your guy's flight is at noon. He's like, no, it's at 4. And then I saw that you missed the flight.
I had a first class seat, and I don't even know how I got on that 4 o'clock flight. I went last seat on the bus, but I got on it. But when I miss a flight by 3 hours, that means the noodle has come and the noodle is staying. And there's so much snow, I'm never going to get my car out. I'm not complaining. We have the parade to look forward to. But in terms of rundowns, and I don't know what's been posted. I'm just in a funk. Feidelberg's been doing an excellent job. So kudos to you, John, keeping down the fort, because I can't think or anything really. I still haven't even watched highlights of the game, if you can believe that.
Can we do the rundown? I don't care anymore. Let's go. Talk about yourself and how shitty you feel. Let's go.
All right.
Tough life.
Did you watch that clip of Newman with the Seinfeld?
That was so perfect.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it really fit perfectly.
Hank, we'll put that in there. Right now, we'll do that clip of, this is KFC's Poor Little Life right now.
All right. But hear me and hear me well. The day will come. Oh, yes. Mark my words, Seinfeld. Your day of reckoning is coming when an evil wind will blow through your little play world and wipe that smug smile off your face. And I'll be there in all my glory, watching as it all comes crumbling down.
Anyways, let's start with Grunk on Jimmy Kimmel, and then after he was on TMZ.
And I think he got maybe the ultimate compliment. I don't know that it gets any better than this. A woman wrote, I assume it's a woman, her name is Lacey, wrote a work of erotic fan fiction called A Grunking to Remember. Now, this is not a joke. This is not something we concocted. This actually exists. Have you seen this book?
I mean, I read a quote on Media Day from it.
Oh, okay. Very good.
One quote I read on Media Day, she wanted me to spike a football between her butt cheeks. I would have a pleasure spiking a football between butt cheeks. Why not?
Is that right? I'm looking over your mother as you say this right She seems very red in the face. And the best part of it, by the way,
probably like to watch it. She likes that.
If you look at
What up, bro? Hello, how you doing? Big fan, man. We're a big fan, bro. Hey. Ready? Set, hike, go!
Oh, you guys are in shape.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to get our trash back.
Boy, time out. We got like a lot of hot chicks coming. Wait till they come here. And then take a picture.
Okay.
All right, go. Body armor.
Show all over that joint.
Oh my gosh, this is insane.
Show me the Grunk, though.
Sorry, chicks. I bought these flowers. They're so expensive for you ladies.
100.
There were too many of you fighting for me, so none of you get this.
The funniest part for me was when he was running away. First of all, I don't know how he got a hole in the back of his pants. That was wild. And he's so happy and jolly, and that's Grunk. He just wants to be there. But he's running away from the bus, and they're taking pictures. He's like, wait. We got chicks coming. And then he wanted to take another pic with the chicks in front of the bus. But just, Grunk being Grunk, we've said it a million times, even before Super Bowl, he's like TMZ's dream. He's everybody's dream because he just loves it. He's just happy-go-lucky. KFC, what do you got?
I thought he did a great job on Kimmel. As much as it's been killing me to see Patriots coverage, I tuned into that as soon as I saw what was going on. The fact that his mom was in the crowd and they were talking about spiking the ball in the butt cheeks. Like when they flashed to Mrs. Gronk, I don't even know what I expected to see in Mrs. Gronk. I expected to act like a Viking or some shit, the way she raised the Gronk family. That was funny. I'm a little nervous, though, that Gronk has become self-aware of the Gronk character. He is happy-go-lucky, and he is really funny and a genuinely nice kid. I wonder if it's going to start to get to the point, though, where he's playing it up a little bit. I hope it doesn't, because I think when it was genuine, it was awesome. I just don't want it to become phony.
Big Cat.
Whether you hate the Patriots, like the Patriots, or totally, ambivalent, you can't not love Gronk. And to your point, Kevin, I actually thought the funniest Gronk video so far was in the locker room after the game. And this is why I don't think he's self-aware, because it was like instant thoughts and he wasn't planning it when the reporter was like, how many text messages have you had? And he said 600, probably like 609. And then who was the guy who went up to take a picture with him? One of the players was like, hey, Grunk, take a picture with me. And they're like, oh, well, I have my shirt off. He's like, oh, no, it's going on Instagram. He's like, oh, cool, more chicks.
A chance to check your text messages yet?
No.
What do you think you got? 300, 500?
609.
Hey, Rob, do a selfie with me. Never mind, you have a shirt off.
That's why.
Okay, I'm posting on Instagram.
More chicks.
Okay.
So I've likened him to a Labrador Retriever. I think that's the best way to describe it. He's just the happiest guy in the world. And you can't not love Grunk. It's impossible.
The only thing I'll say that he was trying to play up, which sort of makes it funnier, is he was trying to crack jokes on Kimmel, which he really doesn't usually do. He's just naturally hilarious with anything he says. But he is playing up, but he's just so still genuine. It can't help rub off. There was something else that he happened, but I just had a perfect analogy, but noodled on me. Did you guys see Hank dancing with this chick with the unbelievable ass? Did you guys get that clip? That was one Hank story. The other thing that I want to talk about, that wasn't really a story, but that ass was so good and Hank's sidling up to it. This story's starting to get publicity. So, Hank, you took a lot of pisses during the Super Bowl, which was weird to me. You're like running up and down. That wasn't the first piss you took, was it? So he takes a piss. The Patriots score a touchdown. To Hank's credit, what do you guys think of this move? He didn't watch any of the rest of the game. He stayed in the hallway with no TV, no video, nothing, and stood up there for the entire fourth quarter and didn't know what happened.
Hank's a mush. That's actually worked. He did the same thing when we went to LA and we watched. None of my teams have won a game when Hank is there with me. When we were in LA and the Blackhawks got the doors blown off him in the first period, I made Hank go sit in the hallway, and they came all the way back. So I don't know what it is. Like, you can bring him to the game, you just can't let him watch the game.
KFC?
I didn't realize he didn't have a TV or anything. I thought he could still kind of see the field or at least see a TV. No, it's impressive that he... What's that?
You could hear.
I was, watching reactions of the fans, and, I could see the ticker that said what yard and who had the ball.
Yeah, that's not a lot, though. I thought you could still kind of enjoy the game. I think this is more like you went to the bathroom, you realized that if you went back and they started to play poorly, Dave would fucking kill you. So
No, he did it all on his own. I was in my own zone. I might have well been sitting alone at that game. I was just like, I didn't want to drink in case that they needed me to will them for a play. Like, I needed to be mentally connected to the game, KFC. I was tunnel vision on the field.
Yeah, I'm all big on superstitions and all that kind of shit, but I still tip my cap to him basically missing that fourth quarter.
Yeah. Warren Sapp. So this story we missed yesterday, and there was more to it today. So he got two hookers and then beat them up when they didn't agree on the price. Is that right? And turns out he was there with his girlfriend who passed out, and then he got the hookers. which in my mind, I don't care about hookers, so I'm never going to say anything about hookers. If you're a girl and you get taken to Super Bowl weekend and you pass out or you don't make it to the end, you leave your guy no choice. It's the only reason you're there. You have to be ready to perform when all the festivities. You can't be passing out. So amen on getting the hookers. I don't know why he beat them. Is that literally what he did? He beat them?
I don't know. I don't know the full details. I think there was an assault thrown in. I also, prostitution, and I said it, should be legal, and it should definitely be legal during Super Bowl week. And I just want to say to all the people, there's been a few people who've been like, oh, well, Super Bowl week is notorious for, like, people kidnapping young girls and making them be prostitutes. Like, dude, don't bring that into my brain. Like, stop. All right? We're not talking about that. Obviously, we all agree that's terrible. I just can't, don't fucking come and rain on my hookers should be legal parade, okay?
I didn't see any of the hookers. I don't know where we were. We didn't see any hookers. Well, I would have been on the lookout. I didn't see them. Did you see them when you were there?
I didn't see, not like blatant, no. I mean, maybe the girls who were like in our area on Friday night could very well have been. You know?
I don't know. I think it's more like you just probably didn't recognize them. It's the Super Bowl and you're there. There's hookers, bro. You probably just thought they really liked you, Dave.
Well, no. Then they're horrible hookers because I don't recall any girls aggressively hitting on me either.
I will say this: on Friday night when we went out to the club for my birthday, there was a moment where the entire Barstool team had their shirt off, like fist pumping at the club. It was a sight. I actually saw it, I locked eyes with a girl across the club, and they were just they wanted to puke everywhere because we were just man meat. And then they brought over a personal security guard to watch us for the rest of the night because they're like, these guys, this is bad for business if these guys keep taking their shirts off.
I guess I was told the next day, we were on the other side of the club. I tried to go to the bathroom without my shirt on. They tried to kick me out. I have no recollection of that at all. I don't even know why I took my shirt off.
I took it off. I took mine off, and then Gaz took his off, and I just started taking everyone's off, and we were just fucking doing it.
We're like a real sad version of the Grunks. Like a bunch of fat, gross, out of shape, hunchback people going bananas in the club. Whatever floats your boat. I didn't remember that at all. There were a lot of things on Friday. So, but back to the hookers. If the hookers were there, you gotta be much more obvious because I didn't. If any hot girl was there, was like a hooker was talking to me, I didn't know it, and that's bad hookering.
Maybe you're just not enough of a major player. Maybe they were that's a little fish. I'm gonna go for the big tuna over here, not the guy partying with his shirt off with the other guy with the abnormally large nipples.
Please, I don't even remember. The Bills was we spent. I think I bought the Gronkowski Center bus on Friday night. We spent enough on Friday night where a hooker should have been giving me her price card. But if they were there. Next up, you guys didn't like this one. I can't even tell.
This is a noodle selection, by the way. For the audience listening, this is a noodle choice of our rundown topic.
Yeah, you guys don't like this topic. I gotta save my voice. I shouldn't even be doing the rundown. Pilot locks himself out mid-flight and is back with the passengers, explaining that he locked himself out and they're gonna have to make an emergency landing. First officer lands the plane. You guys are like, That's not the point. Imagine if you're on a plane and you're all diverted because the idiot pilot locks himself out. I'd strangle this guy. And by the way, the guy in the video is like, this is exciting. It's not exciting. There's nothing exciting about making emergency landings. That's my point, KFC.
I mean, yeah, it's a huge inconvenience. I'd be annoyed if I was on the plane, but that's why you have a co-pilot. The co-pilot just fucking landed the plane.
Yeah, I mean, this is, I don't know. I mean,
like,
it's
basically, the story, it would be like one time there was a plane that was delayed, too. That was really...
Yeah, right. There was never a moment where these people were worried for their life, or there shouldn't have been, because there was a fucking pilot sitting in the pilot's seat.
Plus, those things can fucking fly themselves these days.
100% can fly themselves. Land, take off, do whatever you want themselves. They just press a button and go on autopilot.
Okay. There was a guy on my plane yesterday passing out Twinkies.
Now that's a funnier topic.
Twinkies.
Yeah, see? That's better.
Twinkies, and he was like going up and down like, who wants a Twinkie? It was the weirdest thing. And he had like...
Wait, like a passenger? Or a
passenger? Passenger. His suitcase actually fell out from like on top of the bin, and Twinkies and Ding Dongs like went everywhere. And then he scooped up the Twinkies and he started asking anybody if they wanted a Twinkie. I was so mad. He was in front of me. He kept shaking my seat. So I was mad at him. So I said no to the Twinkie just out of spite, even though I was starving. But I didn't want to give him the satisfaction of eating it. Last one. I don't even know what we say. I just feel like we should mention it. Brady gave his truck to Malcolm Butler. Just a wonderful move.
It's Tom Brady. Fuck this. I hate talking about the Patriots. Tom Brady's just like, what the fuck am I going to do with this stupid truck? Well, I'm rich. You're poor. You made the game-saving interception, so you can have this dumbass truck that I have no use for.
It's not even that. It's that he saw the truck. Giselle saw the truck and was like, Tom, there's no fucking way you're bringing that into our, quadrillion-dollar house mansion. You're not driving a fucking Chevy truck. So now he's like, oh, shit, I got to get rid of it. It would be a nice move if he also pays the taxes on it. That would be a nice move.
He probably will. Peyton Manning would never do that. He's all about himself, and that's why that discussion's dead. And we haven't talked about that at all. I don't even care. Peyton Manning's a bum. He's not even on my radar screen anymore. But he must feel like somebody just ripped his heart out, ripped his lungs out, ripped his guts out. He's just bleeding in the street because he's officially dead. Like nobody even now, the conversation is just over. It used to be Manning, and now it's just, they're saying Brady. And by the way, I do think we're going to get one more Super Bowl with Brady, and then he'll be, bar none. It's Montana, Brady, and then it'll be Brady and everybody else. So that's the rundown. I don't know if you guys have any questions or anything. I'm gassed.
Any questions?
For the
any top little Q&A for Dave Portnoy here? Is that what you're thinking?
No, any topics that we didn't discuss.
Did you guys go to the waste management?
No, we couldn't get in. A bunch of Grunk's buddies came over and they went before, but we were like one ticket short, and we could never get the suite like you and I talked about, Dan. We could only get general admission, and that was Saturday, so we were still so fucked up from Friday. That's one thing. I don't know how these guys... Did you see the vine of like Hank walking into the pool and like shotgunning Pierre? I don't know how he was doing that at that. I'm at the age... After that Friday night, I was not ready to get right back after it. So I was happy we didn't go to the waste management. We just started drinking early. We went to bed fairly early Saturday. We drank Saturday from 1 to 12, 1 to midnight. Got a nice sleep. And then Sunday we started kind of slow, just drank some beers before the game. And then once they won, just went out till 7 a.m.
What was the state of the DraftKings house when you left it?
I think when we got in at 7 a.m., I made Hank and Paul clean it.
Oh, that's brutal. By the way, the picture of you four fucking idiots, you, sales guy Hank, and Dante the fucking Don. That picture might be worse than the Revis picture. That picture makes me want to actually throw up when I look at you fucking four idiots celebrating.
Especially the Don, because he's like a Bears-Patriots fan. He's like...
He was chirping at me. I was like, bro, you're a Bears fan. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there was a lot. There's a lot of videos you probably haven't seen because they were taken. I literally lost I told you, I threw my cell phone, so I didn't have video. It's all over the place. Yeah, Paulie playoffs is, he went from 0 to 100 fast. Like, he was out of his mind. To the point I was like, you can't embarrass me in front of my friend Belichick when we go to the party. So, but no, that's it. I mean, am I missing anything on a blog level? Do we have all the topics? Is there any stories? Or is it all still Super Bowl talk?
It's mostly Super Bowl talk. I don't think there's been much. I mean, I thought the mayor getting bit by the groundhog was pretty fucking funny. But
he says that he didn't see a shadow, and so it. Thank you. It will be an early spring.
But other than that, that was like a groundhog's. Who killed a groundhog? Was that your mayor?
De Blasio last year.
Yeah,
Dropped fucking Staten Island groundhog on its head. He died.
The groundhogs scored one back. Finally, they finally got a little revenge. Took a little chunk out of a mayor's ear in Wisconsin. So
yeah. So tomorrow, my car's in like 8 feet of snow. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. But tomorrow's the parade. I don't even know how they're gonna do the parade. There's so much fucking snow here. But that'll be another fun day. I'll probably just blog that, and then yeah, it should be some great speeches, some great fun. I'm sure Gronk's gonna be an absolute savage. That's it.